Okay, let's get right into modeling. If you still have your default cube, you can simply use that cube. I don't have mine, so I'm going to press Shift A, go under Mesh, and create a new cube. I am going to grab and scale this cube to fit the head, or the reference of the head. And every time I'm moving right now, I'm using G to move and assigning it to an axis, so I'm moving in straight lines. So G and Z for up and down, G and Y for backwards and forwards. Just scale this down to about there. Then I'm going to press Ctrl A and apply that scale before I do anything else. Then I'm going to go into edit mode, press Ctrl E, and subdivide. Only once. Then I'm going to make sure the smooth tool is active and just smooth out my cube so it comes a little bit more spherical. And that shrinks it down a little bit as well. So in edit mode, I'm just going to scale up, and that way I don't have to apply the scale again. Okay, now that's about it for the base. I'm going to go to wireframe mode so I can see through my mesh. I'm going to select all the vertices on the left, press X and delete them. Then under my modifiers panel, I'm going to add a modifier. Under generate, select mirror. And under my modifier settings, I'm going to make sure clipping is active. Okay. Now I'm going to shape the head. I'm selecting points and just adjusting them and dragging them to fit the reference as closely as I can. Press G and X to pull this in. Select that vertex, press G and X, pull that in to line up with the jawline. This one can go in a little bit as well. Okay, with that, I want to adjust this line to be more in line with the eye. So I'm going to hold on Alt, left click, and then press G twice and just slide it down. Okay. Just adjusting some more points. I need one more loop because I want to make the nose. So I need a loop that's going to come across here. So to do that, I'm going to add a loop cut by pressing Ctrl R and just sliding it up until it's just under the nose. And then before I do anything else, I need to do a bit of trickery. So I'm going to go to face select mode, select these three faces, and then I'm going to hide the rest of the head by pressing Shift and H. That gives me basically the face area without the rest of the head. And I want to add one more loop cut that comes down here so I can shape the nose. So I'm going to press Ctrl R for a loop cut down the middle, and then just move it to the edge of the nose. And there we go. Back to face select mode. I'm going to select this face and I'm going to go to side view and extrude to more or less there. I'm going to select this top edge, press G twice to slide it all the way in. Then I'm going to press A to select everything. And I want to, all those points that are now on top of each other, I don't want them to be on top of each other. I don't want any doubles. So I'm going to press M to bring up a merge menu and select by distance. Then I'm going to select this edge and press G twice to slide it to the middle, like that. I'm going to go to vertex select mode, select this point here, press G twice, slide that to the middle as well. So that is the nose I want, and I also want to make sure there are no doubles. I'm going to press A, select everything, M to bring up my merge menu, and select by distance. That you can see there, 3 vertices removed. I have no more doubles. And that's all the geometry we're going to be adding to the face. To bring back the rest of my head, I'm going to press Alt H to unhide everything. And now it's just a matter of playing with the points of the vertices to fit my reference as best as I can. And that's basically it for the head in this model. Let's move on to the neck. Before I do that, I'm going to go to object mode, select this head, and I'm going to press Shift S and say cursor to selected. That's just so that whenever we create new objects, they will appear at that point. So I'm going to press Shift A and make a cube. So it's quite big, so we're going to scale it down, way down. Bring it down a little bit. So we're going to scale this and position it to more or less where the neck is. And once we're happy for a starting point, I'm going to press Ctrl A to apply the scale. Then go right into edit mode, and I'm going to add a loop cut on the side, like that. I'm going to select in face select mode the front and the back faces, and just scale them in on the x-axis. S to scale, X for x-axis, and bring them in. Then I'm going to go to edge select mode, select that top edge and this bottom edge. I'm going to press X, but I'm not going to delete anything. I'm going to go to this section here and select dissolve edges. Okay, that's our base shape for the neck. So I'm going to go to vertex select mode. I'm going to go to wireframe view, and I'm also going to make sure my symmetry is active for this object. So I'm going to select that X there. So whatever I do on this side will happen on the other side. And that is going to be my neck. Okay, I'm just going to make it a little bit taller so that it goes all the way into the head. There we go. And then one last item for the head is going to be the hair. I'm just going back into the head. I just realized I want this back edge to go a little bit more back. Okay. So with the 3D cursor still where the head is, I'm going to press Shift A and make a cube. It's going to be very big, so let's scale it down, way down, and position it where the hair bun is. I quite like the square one. Could be kind of cool to have a square bun, but we are going to make it a little bit rounder. So much like with the head, first I'm going to apply the scale, go to edit mode, and press Ctrl E once to subdivide. And with the smooth tool, I will just smooth it out to be a little bit rounder, maybe scale it up to be a little bit bigger. And that's it for the head. If I hide my references, you can see much better. This is the head for our first character model. before we go on, just to keep things organized, let's name our objects. I'll select the head, it's called cube right now. I'm going to double click there and I'm going to just rename it to head. I'm going to select this cube back here, double click, rename it to hair, and then the neck. Let's move on to the body.